Hi, it's Kane, Minkus, international best-selling author, award-winning entrepreneur, and known by my Fortune 500 clients as the #1 global business coach. And I know you're getting excited to join us for the Introduction to the Coaches Masterclass, and I'm very excited to meet you and share with you the methods and the techniques that you can use to put into your practice, into your business, or also, if you're just getting started, how to create a successful business coaching career in either executive coaching, business coaching, or leadership coaching with business professionals. In light of all that, I wanted to share one more set of principles with you that I think is pretty important, and we're going to expand and explore this more in the introduction. And that is these distinctions of mentor, consultant, and coach. You know, in most societies, I have noticed that the term coach is very commoditized. In other words, there's so many coaches, and so many people have, coaching certificates, or everybody can call themselves a coach. And I happen to have the fortune of being trained and mentored under really phenomenal and top coaches. People that you probably wouldn't know by name, but people who were mentoring and coaching some of the top executives and CEOs and politicians around the planet. People that had $1 million plus practices, and they didn't think to be public because they didn't need it and it wasn't their game. And those types of coaches were so powerful that was the relationship I had to coach. Well, as I started coaching and traveling the planet, I realized not everybody has that relationship. In fact, some people have a very negative relationship to the word coach. And I started to get very curious. I wonder why, because I had such a different relationship to the word coach. And I started to inquire and look into what were they doing and how were they positioning themselves. And I realized that most coaches are collapsing distinctions. And therefore, when they sell themselves as a coach, they actually weren't coaching. And that was one of the reasons that coaching was getting such a bad rap. So let me share with you the 3 distinctions, and we're going to talk much more about these and how to position yourself in the industry when we see you at the introduction for the Coaches Masterclass. The first distinction is the distinction mentor. And mentors, or a mentor, is essentially, as the way we will distinguish it or describe it, is somebody who's done what you want to do. So they have effectively done it. That means that if you are looking for a mentor, then you're looking for somebody who has done it already. So if you want to create, let's say, a 7-figure a year business coaching practice, then I could mentor you in that because it's something that I have already done. For example, if you wanted to mentor somebody on how to build a successful business or how to create a great relationship in their lives, you could certainly mentor on them on that if you have that or have done it. Now, don't worry, if you haven't done it, it doesn't mean you can't be doing something effective with them, but you wouldn't be mentoring them. Now, the second distinction is the word consultants. And the consultant is hired because they have specialized knowledge. So essentially, a consultant is getting hired from what they know. And this is actually where the value is for a consultant. In other words, if you have specialized knowledge in, let's say, business systems or marketing or sales, technology, relationships, or anything like that, if you've studied it, you have advice and knowledge and wisdom, you can be getting paid to be a consultant. And I'm going to talk to you at the Introduction to the Coaches Masterclass how we help and train consultants to become among the best on the planet by both adding a coaching component to their work, but also understanding how to present themselves as powerful consultants. We'll talk about how to do things like package up assessments and sell assessments. We'll talk about things about how to deliver key findings reports and how to then sell a long-term contract with these clients. We'll also talk about actually how to get the clients, because naturally that's super important. The last distinction is coach. And I'm going to tell you what a coach is by telling you what a coach isn't. It's a very coaching frame, right? Where a consultant is getting paid for what they know, a coach knows that what they know is a liability. In other words, what a coach knows is not important. So as it turns out, a coach knows that what they know is of no value in the relationship. So what does a coach do? A coach has 2 primary functions, and in the Introduction to the Coaches Masterclass, we're going to explore these 2 functions in great detail. The first function is that a coach helps their client decode their framework of thinking. In other words, each person has a set of results in their lives because they think about things in a certain way. They're able to create a certain amount of success or obtain a certain amount of what they want, whether it's money or great relationships or success or whatever it is. Well, that framework of thinking has served them up to that point. But if they're sitting in front of you or they're talking to you as a coach, they want something that their framework has not served them to be able to get. And just like a solid form or a pen, A coach can help a client identify a framework of reality and see this framework that they have been operating inside of. So, we talk about limiting beliefs and things. Well, every belief is limiting, right? So what we're doing is we're talking about actually sharing with a client through specialized tools, identifying what is their framework of reality, and then saying, hey, did you know that you've been trying to have a green pen, but you keep creating a blue pen in your life? Just by the mere fact of that decoding your client's framework of reality, they will find it incredibly powerful just to see things they had never seen before. However, this is not really the most powerful component of a coach. And what we have become known as globally, the Coach's Masterclass, and myself as a teacher, we have become known as the #1 program on the planet helping coaches do the second thing, which is dissolving their client's framework of reality and helping them rebuild one that allows them to have the things that they really want. Now that may sound complicated, but look, put into perspective of leadership or executive coaching or business coaching, your clients need your help in achieving things that they just don't know how to achieve by themselves. They've done everything they can, and they're looking for someone who has powerful tools and skills to be able to decode their leadership capabilities, their thinking, the way they make decisions, and help them make new choices and new decisions, unconsciously and consciously, so that they can have the things that they want and less of the things they don't want. If that conversation is interesting to you, even just for yourself and your own personal development, then you're going to love the conversations we'll be having at the introduction to the Coach's Masterclass. If that conversation is interesting to you, then you're going to love the conversations we're having at the Coach's Masterclass. We'll be exploring some of the most cutting-edge tools in neuropsychology, leadership psychology, and business psychology, and showing you how to implement these things into a powerful coaching practice so you can help leaders of industry shift their businesses, become more fulfilled, more powerful, and more influential. And you will be the source and at the point of all of that powerful change. I look forward to seeing you at the introduction to the Coach's Masterclass.